Hey everyone, my name's Austin, and I'm here to help you dig deeper and go further to better understand faith, film, and everything in between. If that's exciting to you and you're new here, consider subscribing for new videos every Friday. This video will be the start of a new series going through the various reasons why I love movies. We're going to talk about storytelling, how movies can be educational, genres and themes, and of course characters. When I first became interested in film, I used it purely for escapism and entertainment. I was in high school and embraced the opportunity to be able to escape to other worlds through film. Then I started college and took a film study class. Through it, my mind was open to what was possible through filmmaking. Movies are a storytelling device used to communicate with an audience. Just like how right now I'm using this video to communicate with you. And that's where I want to start this series, with storytelling. When I think of the most powerful stories told through film and TV, there are some special titles that come to mind. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Andy Serkis's Planet of the Apes trilogy, Gladiator, Harry Potter, Memento, The Matrix, Django Unchained, Catch Me If You Can, Breaking Bad, Shawshank Redemption, and my personal favorite, Lord of the Rings. So, what makes these movies so memorable? The stories. What did you notice about all the titles I just mentioned? Each of them tells a story in a different way. The limits of storytelling almost don't exist. Stories can be told in so many different ways that make it powerful to each and every different individual. For example, Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you watch the series as a whole, it's about 30 hours, and it is nearly perfectly paced. Rarely does it have any kind of misstep or slump in the story. And before they made the show, they literally laid out the entire series and how they wanted it to play out. And I think it benefited greatly from that, giving us one of the not even just most entertaining anime cartoon stories, but a really good story that we can latch onto. I watched this show growing up, and I've still gone back and I get so much more from the show as an adult. And that's powerful when you can have a story that entertains kids, gives them something good to enjoy and a decent story, as well as something that's going to make adults think. Now, I mentioned Andy Serkis's Planet of the Apes trilogy. I've done a whole video about that trilogy. I can link that up in the card here. Now, they took a story that was a really cool action blockbuster and turned it into a deep character study on Caesar. And I did not see that coming when I was watching the first movie. I was just ready for some great action movies, and the first one was a great action movie, decent characters. The second one really started digging into the main characters, and the third one was a huge hit in my eyes of really nailing down a character study in a powerful way. Then look at the Harry Potter franchise. The story of Harry Potter has captivated our culture in such an in-depth way that it's way up there with things like Star Wars, and just the culture behind it all is incredible. And just look at the story. Getting to follow a boy who is told he's the chosen one from a young age, and we get to watch him go from his child years all the way up until his becoming adulthood, and the journey that he goes through of what it means to have such importance and the fear of living up to that name and really just becoming his own person. And I would be so saddened if I did not mention Memento in this video. One of the most incredible ways ever told a story put to film. There is nothing else out there like the film Memento by Christopher Nolan. It is one of the many reasons he is my favorite director. I could have put any Christopher Nolan movie on this list because all of his stories are so rich and deep with content. There are so many more movies I could have included on this list, but I didn't want to take all the credit for it. I want you to tell me what your favorite stories and movies are down in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. I want this series to really kick off a lot of conversation and get us going of talking about our favorite stories and characters and themes and genres and all that kind of stuff. I'm really excited for what this series will be. In the next video, we're going to be talking about how movies can be educational. And I promise this is going to be fun. It's not going to be like your boring high school history class or something like that. It's going to be enjoyable, and we're going to talk about some awesome movies. So again, jump down in those comments. Tell me your favorite stories and movies down there. Let's get a conversation going, and if you want to dig deeper and go further to better understand faith, film, and everything in between, you're in the right place. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, because we got new videos coming every Friday. I'll see you in the next one.